ko dito. Ano ginagawa mo girl?
Annyeong everyone, I'm Angeline Horace and welcome to my channel. So today, we're going to talk about something that might come in handy if you're a tech enthusiast or an IT professional. And kung na-upload ko na to, malamang alam nyo na kung anong gagawin natin. Yes, you read it right. We're going to talk about creating straight, crossover, and rollover Ethernet cables. Now before we start, let's talk about the materials you'll need. You'll need a crimping tool, wire stripper, UTP cable. Well, the one that I have here is Cat5e, RJ45 connectors, RJ45 covers or jackets, and of course, to test the cables later on, we have here LAN tester. Alright, so now that we have everything we need, let's dive in. Let's start first with the straight through or straight cable. This type of cable is used to connect different devices like a computer and a switch or a router and a switch. To create a straight cable, the first thing you need to do is cut the cable to the desired length and put the RJ45 cover on the cable so that we will not forget about this later on. Although this is just optional. Next, strip about an inch of the outer sheet and untwist, straighten, and separate each wires and arrange accordingly by color based on the presented picture that will pop up on your screen. Make sure to trim the wires if they are not equal in length so that we can easily insert these wires to the pins. Then take the RJ45 connector and insert the strip cable into the connector's crimping area. Make sure the wires are in the correct order. Then, use the crimping tool to crimp the connector onto the cable. Then, do the said procedures to the other end. And saran! You have just created a straight UTP cable. Now, let's move on to the crossover cable. This type of cable is used to connect two similar devices like two computers or two switches. The process of creating a crossover cable is similar to creating a straight cable, but the wiring inside the RJ45 connectors is different. For a crossover cable, you need to wire pins 1, 2, 3, and 6 on one ends to pins 3, 6, 1, and 2 on the other end. To understand it thoroughly, you can just paste the wirings from the presented picture that will pop up on your screen. Last but not the least, let's talk about the rollover cable. This type of cable is used to connect a computer to a router or a switch console port. To create a rollover cable, you need to wire pins 1 to 8 on one ends to pins 8 to 1 on the other end. Again, to understand it thoroughly, you can just paste the wirings from the presented picture that will pop up on your screen. But then, we just made it, and we're not sure if the cables that we've made are working properly, and so let's test it. Let's insert both cable ends to the RJ45 ports of the LAN tester. Turn on the LAN tester, then various sequences of lights should blink accordingly based on the type of the Ethernet cables. For the straight or straight-through cable, the light should blink accordingly. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, and 8, 8. For the crossover cable, the light should blink accordingly. 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 1, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 2, 7, 7, and 8, 8. For the rollover cable, the light should blink accordingly, from 1 to 8, then 8 to 1. Disclaimer: not all rollover cable can be tested in a specific LAN tester, like in my case. So if you want to check its connectivity, check it to various LAN testers that you can find. And there you have it! You have successfully learned how to create straight, crossover, and rollover Ethernet cables. Well, that's all for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more tech-related content. Stay curious, everyone. Fighting!